Hoi all, hello. It is Tease today. Good afternoon, good evening. I hope all are well. I hope all are safe. So this will be the first video of the day. Well, I woke up at 7 a.m. So I thought I'd spew it now. But it was kind of a spinoff from the yesterday's video because I forgot to mention this part as far as people staying in their lanes, as far as who to stay away from, and what's the real problem of the world. So basically, the number one problem that's going on in this world, it's not the crime, it's not drugs, alcohol, it ain't even all of the worst things in the world. The problem is people and nations staying in their own lane. There's too much remixing, too many adults in the children's department, too many children out there to veer out on their own, too many of this nation in this nation's department, and then wondering, well, why can I come in? Why can I do that? Here's the thing. When clans members are having a clans meeting, it's strictly clans members slash clans participants only. That's the key word. You hear that? That's why when the no nigger signs are up, that means this is their department. And they're reminding you to stay in your department. And when I mentioned the whole remixing thing, even with the quote unquote Africans versus the quote unquote American Africans, or the quote unquote black or the Negroes, I'm thinking, like, first of all, there shouldn't be me versus you or them versus us, because again, stay in your own damn lane. If you live in Africa and you're African, you have African genotype or African, continental African, basically you're literally from Africa and born there, and you swam here for a better life, those are two different departments. So it'll be contradictory, disrespectful, and foolish of me to go to Africa telling Africans, you think you're better than me, or no, you supposed to wear your robe this way. No, you're supposed to eat your rats like this. That'll make me look and sound very ignorant coming over there, telling them how they should move, when I'm sure they know how to do that because they've been doing that their whole lives, and vice versa. Anybody from other nations swimming here telling the Americans or the American Negroes how to get down, or what their problem is, or pull themselves up by their bootstraps, I would say shut the F up and stay in your own lane. Because when we're here in America, whether you swam here, you're already born here, we have different struggles. Obviously, if you come here from other nations or other countries, you're looking for something better, or you're looking to exploit. It's still something better at the end of the day. So what you're looking for is clearly ain't what I'm looking for. Most people, when they come here, they're just looking for a hot meal and a flushing toilet, and that's just literally the short and sweet of it. If there's a hot meal or a toilet that flush, or plumbing, hell, I'm in heaven. And with me, let's say for instance, I'm not looking for a toilet. I'm probably looking for survival or peace. You see what I'm saying? We're looking for two different things. So the problem is people going out of bounds to put their 2 cents in. Like I say, right now there's a Africans versus American Negroes, and I'm thinking, like, that's just so, it shouldn't be me versus nothing. That's the problem. People, this is what causes problems in the world and causes confusion and causes these fake ass wars and fake ass confusions, because you got bigger and better things to worry about than remixing and clashing with me, telling me how it's done, and you a long way from home. And again, how does that look? I'm not shit in America, eating out the garbage cans in America, but swim my ass to Africa and then act like I got it going on. Now, mind you, I'm the queen and the king in Africa, but back at home, where I'm born at, my homeland, I ain't shit. I'm eating out the garbage cans. I might want to humble myself. You see what I'm saying? So that's why I say people don't stay in their damn lanes. When you have Jim Crow, which never went anywhere, with the no nigger signs, they just switched it around as far as with the number system. Instead of saying no niggers, just tell them you got to have a certain amount of money or a certain credit score or certain credentials, wink, wink. Because they'll say that too. Oh, well, you got to do this, you got to go to college. And mind you, I can be number one in every department, and I'm still going to get the nigger treatment. You see what I'm saying? Because Jim Crow never went nowhere. Only thing that changed was the name and the year. Like, instead of the no nigger signs, call it the credit system. You see what I'm saying? And that's another problem. There's an issue, I guess it's, I don't know if it's somewhere in Arkansas, Missouri, or it could be all over the world, tell you the truth, because I promise you, segregation ain't went nowhere. It's really bad out here out west, really bad up north, and really bad in the south. Now, they might not be doing it every damn where, but trust me, it's very active. So the issue with the pink people veering off in their own lane to make their own communities, and honestly, even with that, this is the stand in your lane again part. First of all, as I mentioned before, that never went anywhere. There are certain sides of towns where it's just them, and there are certain sides of town where it's just you. That in itself is called segregation. The hood, you don't have to do the math on who the hood is for, okay? And you don't have to do the math of who the hills are for. If I tell you I live in Beverly Hills, you're going to probably say, yeah, right. And look at me like how, who, what, where, when, and why. Because the way this country's set up, there's nowhere in the world that a black should be living in the hills. You see what I'm saying? And I can be like, well, I am a judge, I am a doctor, I am an actor. I can be all of these things. And again, you're going to be looking like, nigga, please, okay? So that alone to let you know that segregation is still very much alive. And again, if you don't believe me, ask me where I live, and I'm gonna tell you that I live on a very pristine zip code of California, and you're gonna be looking like, okay, first of all, who do you live with? Who'd you rob? How, who, what, where, when, and why? Because you ain't gonna believe it. You see what I'm saying? If I tell you I'm the owner of the world, you ain't gonna believe it. But if a regular old pink person, man, woman, or child, I'm the owner, you ain't gonna question them. You see what I'm saying? Because again, in this country, segregation is very well. That means only one party is able to strive, and the other one is supposed to be bound to the hood. That's it. They get above the hood, then okay? So segregation ain't never went anywhere for those who are blind and think that that was a long time. No, it wasn't. You're doing it right now. If you live in the hood or struggling to get out the hood, that's because you're supposed to be there by design. Yeah, so again, back with the whole pink people trying to create their own side of town. And again, to me, I feel like there's no problem with that. I don't see a problem with it because I'll probably be doing the same thing. I might have my own no nigger signs up or telling you to stand back. I do it all the time. Get the F away from me. So I'm down for that. And again, the problem is staying in your own lane. If I got my department, okay, this is Tisa's department. This is her kingdom. Back off. And then you got the pink people who says they want to have their whites only side of town. That's perfectly fine. Keep your ass over there. That's the problem. Nobody stays in their lane. If I'm veering off in the quote-unquote no niggers department, I'm out of my lane. I'm out of bounds. And then therefore, when something happens, then I'm going to be playing the victim. What? I got lynched for going over here. I didn't, you know what I'm saying? I have all these excuses in the world, but the problem is I went out of bounds. And then the problem with them, they can have their own pinks only side of town, but the problem is when you come out of base or come out of bounds to do your school shootings. You see what I'm saying? When y'all want to shoot up the place, you want to go off in the corner and we reload and then come out to quote unquote predominantly black events or quote unquote predominantly black restaurants or stores and then shoot them up after you go off and have your meetings and your gatherings to figure out who to attack next. You see what I'm saying? I'm thinking the problem is y'all don't stay in your lanes. And again, if you still want to do the whole school shootings and all that, you can do that, but you got to stay in your department. You see what I'm saying? Shoot up your schools. Continue to shoot up and take your parents, families, and friends out. You know what I'm saying? Don't go out of bounds to do it. That's the problem. Like, for instance, with Shannon Sharpe and the young pink girl, they both went out of bounds. And there's only one winner in this case, and we can do the math on that. Because a lot of y'all Negroes don't get it until it's time for you to get lynched, and then somehow you're the victim all over again. But both parties went out of bounds. But really only one party went out of bounds. The big black man went out of bounds because I'm thinking like he's the only one that's a fool. They fall for it every time. I'm telling you, you want to take out a big black man, get yourself a pink man or a pink woman or a pink child, and they'll fold. And I'm thinking like, oh my goodness. Every time they'll fold. Like I said, and there's only one winner. The young pink girl won because she went from just being an Instagram floozy. Try to keep it mild. To now she's a millionaire, and she gets rich off of a sick, not knowing how to stay in their lane, desperate, big black man. You see what I'm saying? That's what the husbands get them every time. That desperation. I want to be next to master so bad. Let me go lay with his daughter. You know, and then every time they do that, you get milk and clean dry. Tiger Woods is another example. Going out of bounds, and then it's like, and then some of them, they just keep doing it. I know what I like. Okay, so I was like, okay. But then again, these will be the same people that talk about you. Oh, you ain't shit. You ain't this and that. Got a lot to say about you. Go out of bounds, and now they looking stupid. And then somehow they're going to call you, the same one they was talking about, calling you to come back to base where they should have been in the first place. Stay in your lane. People want to get out there playing with fire, and that's the problem. We all can have our no nigger sign. Oh, no niggers. No pink people. No mutants. No demons. No whatever. Okay, that's fine. Stay in your damn department. But that's the problem. Nobody want to do that. They want to be remixed. Oh, but I should be able to go over there. We can't help who we love. We would be. I'm in this, and that. I have my rights. I feel. Everybody want to do it, and that's the problem. Nobody wants structure. Nobody wants to make it make sense. That's the problem. It's not that everybody's full with crime or full of demons. No, that's perfectly fine. Because hell, I could be the biggest demon this side of hell. It only becomes a problem when I go out of base to go exercise my demonic ways. When I go and show you how to strangle somebody, or show you how to rob a bank, or show you what venom is, then that's the problem. Me going out of my way to harm someone else. And so that's the problem. Not staying in your own damn department, or not staying in your own lane. So yeah, I would say, yeah, we can do that. You can be segregated, because like I say, trust me, segregation ain't never went any damn where. But I would say, stay in your own damn department. You can't notice the no nigger signs, go over there to climb in bed with massa, and then play the victim when it's time for you to get dismantled, if you will. You know, so that's the problem. Get people going out of bounds and then want to play the victim when they get taken out after being used. Basically, you get used and then disposed of. That's why I always say, if they take you out, they kill you, they bury you. Because there's no sense. You know how embarrassing and how cringing it is to have Negroes running out there to entertain other nations, or going out of bounds, and they wind up dead, and then have to come back to base to get buried. No, they kill you, they bury you. Because how you gonna bring the leftovers? They're emptied of their guts, and you're just gonna bring just a half-eaten skeleton for us to bury. And I'm thinking, no. You killed them, you bury them. And I mean it. That's why I say, stay in your own lane. Therefore, nobody can say, oh, well, they did it. They did this. They came over. Okay. Did you go over there, or did they go over to you? That's why I always mention, too, well, what happened, or where did this happen? Like I said, if you get taken out in master's bedroom, that's called suicide. If they come to you and snatch you out of bed, okay, that might just be a murder, a homicidal case, you know. But no, there's a difference between getting murdered and suicide. There's a huge difference. Where did you get taken out? Oh, at Mass. I went to Master's house. Okay, well, that's called suicide, baby. Don't call me again. I'm dead serious. That's why staying in your lane is very important for safety purposes. Safety purposes. And I don't know. Some else might go in and one ear, not the other, to some people, and some people might get it. Oh, yes, that's what I mean. Stay in your damn lane. That's literally the only problem with the world. People don't stay in their lanes. And again, if people got it in them, that killer instinct, oh, I love blood. Okay, well, drink your blood. Take out your family. You see what I'm saying? Stay in your department. Those pink people that want to be off there building their own place, that's perfectly fine. Stay over there. So when it's time to do an attack yourself. Take your own family out. Blow up your own stores. Shoot up your own schools. You see how that works? You see how that works? They can still do you. Like I say, it had nothing to do with the crimes. It's about going out of your damn lane. So therefore, we can never say like, oh, they're discriminating, or they told me to get out. Okay, where are you? Are you in their stores? I felt like that's the part that I don't like. You know, go get your own damn store. And I understand a lot of them they don't want to tear away from massa due to the Stockholm, but for safety purposes, stay in your lane. And if you just can't resist, then go over there. If they take you out, please do not play the victim. That's all. And vice versa. Don't be inviting pink people to the barbecue. Because no, it don't work like that. It don't. Stay in your lane. Okay. Yeah, hopefully I spit it out. But yeah, got all these different departments trying to mingle, and got the damn chef department all in the damn cleaning department. Got the cleaning department all in the damn landscape department. It just very tacky. That's the freaking problem. No damn structure. Stay in your own lane. It's called organization. Stay in your lane. Which department do you belong to? And stay your ass over there for safety purposes. And if you just can't help it, or you just got to be mingling, okay, well, go mingle. That means you're drifting off. So if something happens to you, you're committing suicide at this point. That's perfectly fine too. But just don't play the victim. And damn sure don't call Black Lives Matter. Because clearly it doesn't. Anyway. All right. Be well and be safe.